Well, sitting down here beside the road, the street in Guyandot, waiting on Pooh Bear and Richie. Richie's the new hire. He's the operator. Seemed to be a really good operator. I've had him on the hoe last couple days. He replaced some culverts for me. Replaced some culverts for me on one job. Done really good. I think I maybe moved some gravels around, packed it a little bit, but he did everything else. Very happy with him on that. And then yesterday we laid some water line, nothing major, just a couple 100 feet. He done really good on that. He got, had to go down through a creek crossing. Got down in the creek, got back out of the creek, didn't get stuck. Done really good with that. Done really good on his dress up. I think I got on there and done a little bit of final dressing up in the yard, but nothing major, nothing that the heat couldn't have handled. I was mostly just bored and had to do something. Now I'm sitting here waiting on them. They were in the service truck with the old culverts that was we pulled off the job Monday. We had those strapped on the back of the trailer behind the service truck. So I took and had them, because we was going right by the recycling yard, so I had him drag him down here and drop them off. And then I got the roller on the back of the trailer with me, and looking through the plans last night, I think there's about 1,800 feet, if I remember right. 1,500 feet. 1,600 feet of road that they just got to grade it. Just take the dozer. We got the little 450 on the job. We're going to take the dozer and just grade it, crown it, and roll it back in. So they've got plenty to do. It's supposed to rain today, so we're going to work on that. And then I'm going to go get material. It's nice having an operator that knows what he's doing. He can kind of, I haven't seen him on his blading, but he said that he could run a dozer better than an excavator, and he runs the excavator, really good. I mean, I've never been the kind of person to brag on somebody, but I'll give credit where credit's due, and yeah, I mean, he does really good on the excavator. It's really nice, handy to have somebody like that on an excavator. So if he can run an excavator like that, and if a dozer is his better strong point, then I'm really looking forward to seeing this. So waiting on this. We're in Guyandot, out on the back of the old Huntington dump is where we're actually working at. It's a cell phone tower access road for American Tower. Doing a road improvement project, 3,900 and some feet of road. That entire road's 8,000 feet long, but we're only working on 3,900 and some feet. So it's just kind of like what we're doing. Just waiting on Pooh Bear and Richie to get over here, and then we'll mosey on up into the work site and get everything off and get started. So you guys hang tight. All right, folks, we're down here in Guyandot, and we're working on a job for American Tower here, and basically this is what I go by. It says, begin limits of work at the station number, which means 4,100 feet at the start of the road, and it'll have like certain things in here, like put in some culverts. It'll put improve access road and construct roadside ditch between the station numbers and stuff. And each one of those has got like a typical fix. Like actually right in here it don't even start anything. Let's see. 4365. So it's got us putting in 40 feet. Alright, we're going to put in a culvert right up here, which I think there's a culvert already in here. So we're going to get out here and look and see, but I'm pretty confident that there's already a culvert in here. Not to mention, it's going backwards. Alright, they're wanting us to put a culvert in right in here, I think. Let me look. This ditch is coming down to it, and we're gonna put one in right in here in this curve. So we'll get out here and mark it up. Of course, everything needs to be redone. It's all, the road's not been messed with for a while. Let me get my magic wand out. So we're gonna put that thing, where'd it say? Right in the curve. We'll probably say right in here. You can see right here we got some pretty good fall that way. And I'd say right in here somewhere would be an ideal place. And what I usually do is I mark it up here. As long as I don't get ate up by some big snaky snake. And just put something on there so it reminds me what I got to do. I'll put my culvert in right there. That's one of the first ones marked. And if you guys can see this, there's all kinds of good rocky material. That's where they went the same path over and over again. So what we'll do is we'll just kind of clean this bull mess here off, and we'll just shove all that back over in here and get our road base put back in. We'll take a chainsaw and cut that tree down. I'll probably pull that thing out there by the roots. But this is all rock. It's all rail mill rock. So I mean, it's not going. I don't know if that even 450 will even cut it and grade it. All right. I'm gonna take this thing back over and get that thing fixed. Just they put this muffler on here and it sounds like garbage. We fixed this the other day. We gotta do a little bit of dressing up on it. We'll see how soft it is. It has rained on it for a week or a weekend. Pretty solid, ain't it? We'll just kind of dress the edges of that up a little bit. It'll be in good shape. Oh, shoot. Sorry. All right, we got another culvert going in this S curve. See that? We got almost a complete S curve in here. Let's get out here and see where we should put this one. If I was a betting man. It's got it going in that box. Right as soon as you start into it, we're going to put it right there because that makes better sense. Sometimes you kind of got to read between the lines. Yeah, let's see. This is a little bit lower. Right here is a little bit lower. Man could probably clean that up a little bit and put that thing right in there, couldn't we? Then you can clean that ditch in. Let's do that. Let's plan on putting it right here. Put a little mark. Golly, that old mud stinks. And this is 40 feet too, so we'll put us a little mark right there. We should be able to remember that. We'll clean all that up with the hoe. Throw it over behind us. This road, this ain't a bad job. Close to home. Just a lot of work on it. It's a lot of work. A lot of work on it. All right, let's go. For you all that hate my camera skills, kiss my hiney. I don't really care. Just in one of those moods anymore. Let's get in here. First, say thanks. I'm gonna get in here and clean this stuff up some. We're gonna work our way up a hill, I think, today. I had them up here all the way on the end working because of I'll get it out here in a minute. Because I didn't want to start anything, but I want to go out here and look at it. Richie Rich, he actually worked this road up here. I ain't even been up here to see it. And then Pooh Bear, we lost Pooh Bear. Pooh Bear Went to go do a job that got him closer to home. Kept her not closer to home, kept him home more. I hated losing Pooh Bear. I really, really, really liked Pooh Bear. I hated losing, but due to some circumstances beyond mine and his control, he had to choose a occupation that let him off at a set schedule, and I just couldn't provide him with a set schedule. As far as, you know, being off for sure at 5 o'clock or whatever, we work 5 10s, or well, we strive for 4 10s, because if it rains us out, then everybody at least gets their 40. They at least get their 40s, and I couldn't provide him with that. And I felt bad, I really did, but I couldn't do it, and he didn't want to, I don't think either, but he had to do what he had to do. Anyway, all right, so we're working on about 3,900 feet of this road. What I'm driving on is absolutely garbage. We can regrade that and clean that up a little bit. We're going to go up here and see what they got done. They got it crowned pretty good, it looks like, but we're going to have to kind of work on it some more. Yeah, she's crowned. I mean, I can't complain about that part. Well, it's just kind of knocking down a little bit there. It ain't too big a deal. Clean this far edge up right here. See how it leaves this far edge? You just kind of clean that edge up. Might be able to do that with a skid steer. This right here, looks like it's got a pretty good bit of gravel on it. It's crowned all right. Yeah, it ain't bad. A few spots here and there needs some attention on it. Some gouge marks here and there, but nothing real bad. That grading the road, crowning the road out, man, it takes a little bit of practice if you don't do it all the time, you know. And I do it pretty often. We do a lot of these, so I'm pretty used to it. Right in there it looks pretty soft. I don't know if that's washed or what that was. I think it's washed. I know that's been like that. Yeah, we'll clean it up. Most part looks pretty good. We'll come back up in here and do some doctoring on it. Get us on our way. Never did get no utilities marked for the electric. Of course not. 811, you suck. You need to go suck on a dirty banana. 811. Call before you dig. For what reason? So you don't show up? Act on it. But anyway, I'll pick that up. Shoot, I done forgot where I'm supposed to put all these culverts in. You guys hang tight. Well, I got them bringing the dozer and the excavator up here. I went ahead and left the service truck and trailer. I left it up here with us. Man, where we're working at, you got to watch, man. These little hoodlums come through here on a four-wheeler. They clean you out in about 5 seconds. I've seen them unbolt tires and rims before. So I'm going to get these two boys, put these culverts in, then I'm going to jump on this dozer and do a little bit of dressing up and try to clean some of this up so we can start working. You know, I'm my own worst critic, and kind of got an idea about, well, to be honest, I don't even really know how to tell somebody to do it, because I don't know how it's going to work until I get up there and get in it. But I got a whole lot of brush and just stuff where I've cut all that slash up. Stuff's laying everywhere. So I need to get that cleaned off before we start grading, because you can't get that down in your road base. It won't do no good. So, well, I got the boys running everything down to the bottom of the hill. That's what that first big nasty hill looks like now after we got it graded out. It's ready for rock. Got the rip ramp in the ditches. Richie did all the hoe work on this job. He's proven to be a real good hoe hand. Real good hoe hand. Got a nice little crown to it, looking pretty good. Got these culverts in. This is the matting we've been using. I got these culverts in here. Got it all rip wrapped and rocked up. Road graded out nice. I don't remember if I had this. I don't remember if I had this on video or not. I got my camera, my digital camera. I gotta make sure I take some pictures of that up top of the hill. It's rutted out real bad up yonder. We got all this fixed, put back. It turned out pretty nice. It's all good and solid. Got our culverts in. You get that down there, boys. Come back and get this dozer. Got all this in.
What's that?
Don't forget you got to come back and get the dozer.
Yeah, we're on the way.
Got this outlet protection in here. There's the old culvert, stopped up, crushed, junked, trashed, gone. Kind of a little bit better view right there. Pretty good looking road. I didn't get much footage of anything. I've been busy. It's been hot. It's been about 90 degrees. I think about heat index about 95 or 100. So just now starting to get warmed up. Gotta stay tuned. Well, I thought that it would be easy. Oh man, there was a good one there by Jingo's. We could just throw them culverts up on the front bucket of the skid steer, but I forgot that you ain't gonna be able to door up reaching. Oh man, you surprised me. Forgot that the road ain't 20 feet wide really like it's supposed to be, so we've been having. It's 9 o'clock. We ain't even stuck a shovel in the ground yet. And another boy didn't show up. Been really good yesterday too, and I thought he was coming back, but I think his girlfriend told him he couldn't work here no more because he wasn't allowed to talk on his phone whenever he wanted to, and he wasn't allowed to leave work when he wanted to come wipe her butt, come and blow her nose for her, or whatever she's into these days. Daggone millennials. So I got Richie. Richie's on his week 2. Richie's doing really good. He done really good yesterday, man. He really took a lot of strain and stress off me, but the excavator helped me run the excavator. That's my problem, is got all this equipment and ain't nobody help me run it. I got Richie now, so that really makes it better for me. I hope Richie sticks around with it for a while. Gonna really help me for sure. So look at these culverts took up here. Got everything's greased, everything's ready to go. We just gotta everything's ready to go. We just gotta get up here and get started. So, I'm in the dump truck. We're gonna haul all this riprap up here to the next stage of the job where we're working at, so we don't have to carry it so far with skid steer at the same time. Although I don't know how much time we're gonna save with everything I gotta do now, but it's alright. We'll be alright. I keep telling myself, hey, we'll be alright. Don't worry about it. We're gonna be alright. There's the tower. We'll be alright. It just takes time. Mark was aggravating me about this part here. He said, that ditch is a lot higher than the road. I said, hey, not on the plan, son. It ain't on the plan. No work starts till the first culvert, which is right here where we're at. I'll let y'all see. Got her all crowned up. Look there. Riprap in the ditch. Did a good job. We did a good job. Richie really helped me there. Got that erosion control blanket in there already. Got another new guy today. Hopefully he pans out pretty good. He seems like got a lot of enthusiasm. Everybody knows my motto: all brooms, they sweep good at first. All brooms sweep good at first. All right, we're up here where we're supposed to be. Hang tight. Well, today's Thursday. We're working up here in Guyanrot on this road improvement project for the tire company. We're getting pretty close. It's down to just me and Richie today. Laborers decide not to show up. What do you expect? Anyway. Me and Richie had this discussion yesterday evening and today that nobody takes pride in their work. Even just regular work. Doing hard work. You know, we take pride in doing hard work around here. And nobody wants to learn and earn anymore with the new age. But we're going to try here, and just me and Richie today. It's a little bit wet, but it ain't that bad. I mean, we can work. I got the road crowned yesterday evening, got most of it rolled in, just kind of touched up. It's not real good, but it's enough to keep it off. I'm gonna open these ditches back up, and I'm gonna try to get this fixed to where we can use straw blanket instead of using so much riprap. I'll flip you around here and let you see what I'm doing. As you can see, we got a couple gas line markers, so there is a gas line in there. I just kind of crowned it. I got it roughed in. I'm gonna take my skid steer and I'm gonna do a ditch in through here. You can hear Richie coming. It's a long way from where we're parking everything. It's a long way, so we got to drive everything back down there because the hoodlums, they'll tear stuff up and steal stuff out of the machines if we don't take them all the way back. But this side actually called for a ditch, but there's no reason to put a ditch whenever everything slopes to go over the hill. I'll kind of show you around here. This is what it looks like when I use the skid steer to make our ditches. There's a gas line. There's a well right here. But I make this nice little ditch in here. Of course, this one's not real wide because we didn't have a whole lot of real estate. But see, I got a nice little ditch in there, and it goes all the way down yonder and down off a mountain. This side just kind of cambers in and lets the water flow off. You can see the roll we got on our road. There's a riprap. There's a gas well. So we're done to here. We kind of jumped around on this road. I tried to go from one end to the other, start to finish, but I just didn't have that option today. So let's get in this old skid steer and get started. Try to get something done. Got a little bit of gravel coming about 11 o'clock or so. Got a gas line that runs all along this side of the road too. It's ate up with gas lines up here. This side of this road, I mean, it held up great. I just kind of recrowned it a little bit and back dragged it some. I mean, it's got adequate coverage on it and stuff, so we'll have to just do a little dressing up, a little touch up, nothing major. But, all right, let's get at it. Okay, folks, it's 5:13. I didn't realize it. I done told Richie to go get the roller, and I was going to do a bunch more stuff. But I tell you what, I think we've worked enough today. Me and Richie did the biggest part. This right here is a riprapping in a ditch. It smells like the pothole. It's pretty steep grade here. I mean, it ain't really steep to my car, but it's like 29%, 28% grade right back there, or right up here. Right up here, I think it's 28%, and it's 20% back that way. Got it all riprap. Tower guy, Ron, come in. Said, I hate riprap. No more riprap. Put erosion blankets. Music to my ears. So, go down here, park, and then I'll walk back and get this dozer and meet Richie with it. I'll let Richie run the dozer off the hill. I'll roll this in here. Bo from Stone's Trucking, he brought this load of rock. So turned out pretty good, didn't it? I done all them erosion blankets. And Richie rolled them out and I pinned them. I think it's about 400 feet. I put 400 feet of that other side was 50. So 50, 75, about 500 feet of erosion control blankets. I laid them down, pinned them in about an hour and a half, 2 hours. Anyway, I'm gonna park his truck right down here. And wait on Richie. Y'all stay tuned. I'm gonna miss that driver. They're gonna change him out. He's going back to his road tractor. They gotta hire another driver and they're gonna put him in that truck. I'm really gonna miss him as a driver. I got some really, really good drivers in this. That's a bad place right there too, boys. He's spinning a little bit. He's got her, he's got her. I got some really good drivers. I call them my drivers. They're not my drivers. They're Stone Trucking. They don't even work for me, but they do work for me, if that makes sense. They always do me a good job. That's why we've used them for years and years and years. They really care about their product. They know if I need it there, they get it there. So let's get this rolled in. Well, what do you do when you got 30 tons, 4x8s left over? You build a parking pad, so that way whenever the gas company comes to tend this well right here, they got a place to park in the shade. At least that's what the well tender told me to do with it. Should make me a parking spot, Sean, in the shade. How well does 4x8s compact? Not very well. Not very well. Well, it's reclaim. Reclaim Tuesday. Get all this mulch and everything blowed on here so we can stick a knife in this pig. We got the dump truck and trailer already at the bottom of the hill. We're ready to start loading iron out, hauling out to the next job. Putting in some mulch. Got to do this side on the way out. Of course, the wind's blowing. If you ever want the wind to blow, if you're out in the middle of the ocean in a sailboat, no other way to power except the wind to blow, grab yourself a roll of tie power, or get your straw blower out and try to start blowing mulch, and the wind will start blowing every time. I don't know why you would have a roll of tie power or a straw blower on a sailboat, but that's besides the point. Just like if I ever jump out of an airplane, I have to in a bad case. I don't want a parachute. I want a pair of jumper cables or an extension cord, because I guarantee you that stuff will get tangled up on something before I hit the ground. Okay, we're finishing this thing up. I'm taking the last run with the roller right now. I'm going up this access road. We use this one little road here. The dump, people from the dump, they let us use it. I told them, I said, I'll back drag it, clean it up a little bit, and roll it in for you. Went to jump in my roller, and it smelled horrible, like cigarettes. And I used to smoke. Smoked for many, many years, and I quit smoking about 6, 7, 8 years ago, 6 years ago, something like that. I think 6 years ago I quit. I could smell cigarettes from a mile away, and I jumped in here and I knew somebody had smoked in my roller, and I'm big on that. Don't smoke on my iron. I'm the one that makes the payments. I'm the one that owns it. my rules: don't smoke in my iron. And sure enough, what I thought, make sure I got that on all the way. I think I got that on all the way. But sure enough, what I thought was to be true was true. And he said, well, yeah, I smoked in it, but the windows was open. I said, nope. I said, you want fired? I said, that's a good way to get fired. Do not smoke in my machines. So anyway, it stinks real bad, and hopefully it'll air out here. I'm big time on that. Don't like cigarette smoke in my iron. So easing up through here. It's not really a steep road, but I got the air conditioner and everything on, so it kind of draws a little bit of power from the engine. But anyway, let's get up here and I'll show y'all what she's like when she's done. Alright, this is the beginning of the work. Got a little bit of a wet spot right there. We're going to go around it. We wasn't even supposed to do anything in here. We just kind of put a little bit of gravel on it, back dragged it, and went on. Some of this I'll re-roll, and some of this I'll just run the roller on top without it running, without it vibrating. It's in a very fragile state right now. You got to be real careful. If you roll on it and vibrate too much, you're going to cause it to pump. Big, a whole bunch of mess. So the road turned out pretty good. We added this new culvert in. Added a culvert in here. Put the outlet protection and the inlet protection in here. Rip-wrapped it. Turned out to be a very nice project. Got it all reclaimed there today. Got all the bolts put on it and everything. I think it turned out nice. Keep my roller down here a little bit lower here. Yeah, it turned out really nice here. It's got a nice crown to it. Rolling it back in here. I just back dragged it just a little bit just to kind of clean up where that mulch had oversprayed a little bit. Got over in the gravel and kind of make the pictures look better. So I just kind of back drag, and that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just cleaning up my back drag. It's rolling back in quite nice. So got a nice crown to it. Good looking road. We cleaned all this brush off. This brush in here was god awful. Now the road's about 10 feet wide, 12 feet wide. It may look a little bit narrow in spots. That's just because, like I said, the overspray of that mulch. I had to get that mulch, make sure I got it down inside of the little gutters that I made there for the water. I had to make sure I got it down in there real good. So that was a big thing. Boy, I'm still aggravated about that. That boy running my roller, smoking in it. Can't stand for somebody to do the exact opposite of what I tell them to. If I'd have said it was okay to smoke a cigarette with the windows down, I'd have said, hey, yeah, don't smoke my machine, but if you got the windows down, you can smoke in it. I didn't say that, though. I said, don't smoke my machines. Pretty clean, clear-cut case there, I would think. But evidently, for some people, I need to write it in broad crayon for them to understand it. Oh, it gets me aggravated. Oh, well, get calmed down before I get back there a minute. I'm telling you, I can't stand that. If I tell you something, don't do it. There was probably a reason why. Nice big J-turn in here. Now, my idea was, the reason why they put this stupid curve in here was because of the clearance issue with that power line over our head. Most likely, they were going to require so much clearance to be underneath that line, and the only way to do that was to put this J-turn in. Because it don't even make sense. That's all landfill right there in front of us. That's all got trash buried up underneath. All that's trash. My other idea was they, using the same road that was in here to the landfill, but that wouldn't make sense on why they would put that in there. So I'm gonna go with the clearance issue with the power line. It was me. So, of course, this here's all cut and crowned. I got a vegetation ditch in it. Got some check dams in it throughout that to slow that water down on top of that erosion control blanket. Rip wrap because it went to 15% grade, which the American Tower guy we work with, he hates rip wrap because once it's in there, it's there and done. One and done. That's it. You can't clean that ditch. You can't do nothing. Once that right there covers up with sediment, it's just going to be a waste. It's going to slow the water down, so then it ain't going to keep itself clean. It's going to be a bear. It's going to be an absolute bear. So, going up this hill right here a little bit. I think I'm going to adjust my throttle up just a little bit. I don't need a whole bunch more throttle, but I think I need a little bit more throttle when it's going to come in. It's got a little 4-cylinder Cummins on it. So that's this is a dandy little roller. I got lucky when I bought this one here. She tired down on me. Kicked him down a little bit there. But this hill right here ain't much to talk about. Got your rip-rap ditch on one side. Of course, your swell on this side. Pretty much clean cut case, but turned out to be pretty good looking work. I'm gonna kick you out here and I'll turn you back on when we get it. Here was the third culvert. We put this third culvert in right there. Here's one of my water bars. Basically, that water runs down the middle of that road and it goes. Can't feel that, can't see that either. It goes across that little bar right there and it kicks it over into the ditch instead of letting it continuously coming down the road. I don't particularly like the water bars. They're aggravating to put in. They don't stay in because as soon as these four-wheelers start rutting this right back out, they're going to tear them water bars out. They've been better off to put some girders in there, which is like a piece of mining belt sandwiched between two 2x6s or 2x8s, and then you bury that in the road long ways, this way, crossways in the road, and then as you drive across that mining belt, it folds down, it flips back up, it springs right back up like a spring. And those work the best, but they didn't have them in here. I guess the road ain't steep enough for them. So, but all in all, man, she turned out pretty good. I mean, I'm on my own worst critic, so I see stuff I should have done a little bit differently, but I think it turned out great. I think it's a good looking road. We're right here in downtown, our backyard and everything. It turned out to be a beautiful road, beautiful. Got one more. We gotta go over this hump right here. We gotta go down that holler, and then once we get down the holler, we start coming back up out of it a little piece, and then there's the tower. So I think we're about halfway there right now. This is going down this deep holler. This is the last. There's one of the still don't think you can see him in the camera. And there's a little bit better one there. It's hard to make them things. You can't make them before they get the rock on the road. Most of them guys, they won't even spread rock if they got water bars on them. They won't even tailgate it. Because it will throw them, it'll turn them over quick in a heartbeat. That's the way they're made. They're made to rack out water and put it over into a ditch or something. So, go figure. Still, you know, the road's good and wide. It just looks like it in the pictures because of the overspray of the mulch and everything. It's probably right in here. It's probably still 12 or 13 feet wide right in here. Back and forth with the erosion control blanket as we come down in the grade a little bit. If it picks back up in the riprap, just as soon as you start down over this hill and get steeper, we went ahead and changed back to riprap. But again, the American Tower guy we deal with, he hates riprap, so as soon as he's seen that, he's like, oh man, I hate riprap. Well, we tried to talk to you about it, which I usually send word to him. I don't never call him direct. I don't think I even have his number. Good looking road. It'll last them a few years. Right in here's got about 2 inches, 3 inches of pores in here, and then about 4 inches of pressure run. It don't look like it, but there's plenty of rock on this. After it rains on this a couple times, it'll clean that little bit of dirt off that rock where I back dragged it and kind of cleaned it up. It'll clean it all back up. It'll turn out nice. Got a nice crown in the road. It'll be real good. Real good shape once it cleans up a little bit. Alright guys, thanks for watching. This has been a pretty good long project. I think it's about 5 or 6 days from start to finish. I don't really remember. I think it was 6 days. Took me a little bit longer, 7 if I count the mowing. Took me a little bit longer than anticipated, but they added a little bit more stuff to it throughout the job. And the daggone gas lines was an absolute bear. Started this job out with, 2 different people and finished it with 2 different people than I started with. So this job's been a bear. This year's been a bear for employees, I'll just tell you. I'm on my last little stretch and coming up out of this last little bit of a hill here. It was kind of a little bit steeper coming up than it was going down. Of course, down was pretty easy coming back up out of it. So I was kind of keeping both hands on the wheel. But appreciate y'all watching, and we'll try to get us another one going. We're going to be putting in, we'll be doing some more work here tomorrow. I'll try to get y'all a little bit of footage on it. We're getting that job's really close to the rat hole, so there's some rats that live pretty close around there. May even get to see the Department of Labor again, maybe even the DEP. I guess just depends on how many rats come out. So looking forward to that, of course not, but it is what it is. Deal with it as we can. You guys keep it strong out there, keep the dirty side down, and we'll see you on the next one. I'll probably get you another clip or two here in a minute. Thank y'all.